Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High in the ancient Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ in the ancient Hebrew. Um, Now I want to do a little response to a brother by the name of Faithful Servants of Christ. Now I want to make this clear that I'm recording this video on February the 13th, 2020. And real quick, before I even get into this video, I want to say something real quick. I have seen your response video to me, and I am going to do a response to you. However, I woke up this morning with a problem with my video recorder, and I was planning on doing the video response on my tablet because I can record for hours on end on it. So that's what I'm going to be doing it on. However, I can't do so today because I found out that the app I use, YouTube, got taken off the App Store. Which ironically enough, the app is called YouTube Gaming, but it comes from a third-party, company. So YouTube didn't want them on there, anymore. I don't know why or whatnot, but that's just what happened. Okay, so I can't use that. I got another recorder. It's a shitty recorder, so I can't use that. So I'll think of something. Okay, but on Tuesday is the day that I am most likely going to make a response to you. Okay, and also it had to be fair, and I need to give you some time to respond to my comments that I left you, because I left you about 10 to 15 comments on your video. You only responded to 2 of them. They have nothing. They're basically irrelevant to the topic of discussion. Okay, which the 2 comments that were relevant is what I'm going to be handling right here, which is a complete separate topic from Babylon. Now, I'm not going to be touching on the pre-trib rapture in this video. Okay, if the Spirit gets on me later, maybe I'll make a video about it. But for this particular moment, I want to deal with hell. Okay, now let me say this, man. For my personal experience, I was born and raised as a Catholic, and then a Seventh-day Adventist. Okay, so I understand both the beliefs because not too long ago I used to believe in both of those. What's the word I'm looking for? Religions, so to speak. Okay. So I'm familiar with the hell doctrine. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the scriptures, and let me say this, my man. When you see this video, the one you're currently watching, if you're watching this, all right, as ironic as that sounds, I want you to do a response to this, my man. Okay, and just so the people understand what I'm saying, make sure you show them in your video, let them listen to what I'm saying, and then you try to disprove what I'm saying. Okay, because in the last one, you didn't even bring up any of my statements. You played one video clip that really had nothing to do with any evidence to support my claim. You just used it and then went off with what you were saying. I want to make a correction real quick. I did not say that Pope Francis is the false prophet. I said the Catholic Church is the false prophet. Now, Pope Francis, it's lucky if I stutter. Right, hey, we sounded like stuttering. Ooh, I got it right here. We sounded like Stuttering Bill from the Stephen King's It novel. But anyway, as I was saying, actually, with that being said, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I said that the false prophet in Revelation is the Roman Catholic Church, but Pope Francis is also in there as well, as basically the higher up of the Catholic Church. All right, so yeah, he is a false prophet, and he is, along with the Catholic Church, the false prophet. All right, the Vatican is the false prophet, or as Roman Catholicism. Well, Roman Catholicism is the false prophet. Now, as far as Babylon, well, we already went over that. Babylon is a kingdom. It's not a religion. All right? And again, answer the comments I left you under that video. And then on Tuesday, we'll make a. I'll probably go for a 2 hour rant. On Tuesday on it. All right. But hey, that's that day. That's not today though. But anyway, before I go into the main meat, I want to basically read what he was saying so we can get a proper understanding of what we're talking about. Okay, and then we're gonna fully understand. Okay, so I left him a comment on his video entitled "America's Not Babylon: Response to End Time Teachers." I left a comment and said, "What is the lake of fire?" Then he said, "The lake of fire is a place where the wicked and Satan go after the final judgment." Then I said, "I suppose you think it's hell? If that's the case, what about Revelation 20 and 14? We'll get that in a little bit." Then he responded and said, "The lake of fire," and I want you to memorize this information. So if you need to, slow the speed down, okay, so you can listen to it slowly. The lake of fire and hell are two different places. Hell is a holding tank underneath us. The lake of fire is a separate place. The underworld has different compartments. Hell, or said one hell, where the wicked are, listen here, where the wicked are right now. Where the wicked are right now. 2. The lake of fire, the final destination of the wicked and Satan. 3. The bottomless pit where the locusts, oh man. Oh, and loving Christian knows why I'm laughing. Inside joke between both of us, which we'll get into the locusts. Where the locusts described in Revelation, and it's Revelation 9th chapter in case you didn't know, are and where Satan will be bound for 1,000 years. And then he said 4, a holding tank for the fallen angels. Now, pretty much all that information that he brought out can easily be disproven by just study of the scriptures. Okay, so we're going to start from 1. I'm not even going to deal with the 4th one because the fallen angels, right? I believe, of course, there are, spirits down here, but there's nowhere in the scriptures where, Satan led a rebellion against the Most High. That's not in the Bible. That's a fairy tale from a Catholic church. All right, that's not in the scriptures. And don't even bring up Isaiah the 14th chapter, because that's talking about the downfall of Babylon. Okay, that's not talking about Satan. What does the word Lucifer mean? The word Lucifer means the bright and morning star. Okay, Jesus said, "For I am the bright and morning star." Okay, I am the light of the world is what Jesus said. And the word Lucifer basically just means light bearer. Okay, so Jesus said, "I am Lucifer." There's nothing wicked about the word Lucifer. They made you think that. Okay, but by definition, there is not. Okay, then I responded, which I'll read this last response, and then we'll get right into them skip G's, inside joke. I might even need to make 4 parts of this lesson. I'm already halfway through my recording time, man. All right. They said, "The faithful servant of Christ." Oh man, I'm going to have fun with you. I have a question. Job chapter 3. This passage disproves hell. It says, "Here the wicked do not have trouble." Read the full chapter. The wicked are in peace after death. Samuel 28 and 19. Or, Slack it. 1 Samuel 28:19. Saul went to raise Samuel from the dead. And Samuel, a righteous man of God, tells Saul, a wicked man, that tomorrow he and his sons will die and they will both rest together after death. Now, with this information, how would you respond to this? And I am yet to get a response, and it's been 2 hours. So either he's running or maybe he's at his work. All right? So if that's the case, hey, no hard feelings there. I'm sure I'll respond later. But anyway, we're going to get right into it. I'm actually going to leave the comment open right on my side here. So if we need it to go off of what he said, then we'll get into it. First thing I want to address is let's see. He said the lake of fire and hell are two different places. Hell is a holding tank underneath us. The fire, the lake of fire is a separate place. Okay, so he said that the lake of fire is a place underneath us. I want to ask you a couple questions, my man. Okay, and if you think you're such a good teacher of the scriptures, well, again, you're gonna watch what we're teaching, and you're gonna do a response to this and disprove our teaching. All right, because again, I was a genuine hell believer for my whole life, man. Okay, but then I actually read the whole Bible, and then I clearly seen that there's no such place where one goes and is tormented forever. That's a false doctrine. Okay, would you subscribe to? Um, let's see, looking for book of Ecclesiastes. Okay, I believe it's the third chapter. I could be mistaken. Okay. Okay, I got a couple of verses on this page I want to get. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. That which, or Slakia, 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun, the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Now, what is this place underneath the sun? What is underneath the sun? The earth is underneath the sun. Okay, not hell. I thought according to you that, wait, hell is the underworld, right? So the underworld never gets light from the outside world. So where is the place underneath the sun? As you can see, the light coming from my window over there. This is under the sun right here. Okay, the earth is under the sun. And someone said, oh, well, that strike was weak. That strike was weak. That's a weak argument, Yasha. Okay, well, let me show you something. He just said that hell is a place underneath us, right? Underneath us. Hence the name underworld. Anyway, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. And let's start at verse 20. All go unto one place. All are of the dust, and all return to dust again. Okay. Who knows the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast which goes downward into the earth? Now, what is this beast? This beast is talking about the spirit of animals, okay, such as your dog, your cat, a wild boar, a tiger, okay, a fish, a seagull, okay, the spirit of a beast, an animal, it goes downward into the earth. Now, my question for you, are these animals going to hell, or are they simply just decaying like what happened to the dinosaurs, which are in the scriptures as well, but that's another topic. Basically the same thing. They went down into the earth, and they died there. Like when the time of the flood, they all got covered over the hundreds to thousands of years. They all got covered by the debris, and are buried underneath the world. Now, are they in hell? Yes, they are in hell. Because what does the word hell mean? The word hell in the scriptures just means either one, it means a condition that's played out on the earth, or it means the grave. That is the two definitions of the word hell. So yeah, when you're buried 60 feet under, that's hell. Okay, so yeah, those animals technically are in hell because they're in the grave. Okay, but they're not burning somewhere forever. Okay, so that's the first cut to this brother's doctrine. Okay. I want to show you something. I don't know if I'll be able to read this whole chapter, but this brother, listen, this brother said in his own comment, and we read it, so I'm not bearing false witness. He said that the wicked are burning in hell right now as I'm sitting here making this video. Which, again, I used to believe that. I used to believe that as well. I used to believe there was people burning in hell. Just like the Catholics teach, oh, when you die, you go right up to heaven, right? And if you're wicked, well, you go burn in hell with Satan and the angels. Okay, well, I have a question for you. Um, this clearly cannot be the case because Job, he said here, which again, I'm not going to read the whole chapter for the sake of time, but it says that Job pretty much cursed his life and wished he would have died. If you read this whole chapter, which, hey, listen, before you make your video, go read this full chapter. Okay, go, I challenge you to read the whole chapter. Okay, so you understand the whole thing. Once again, Job chapter 3. All right, but I'm going to start a little bit down. So now what we know, Job was basically talking about he wished he would have died was the first part of this. But let's go to what would have happened if he was dead. Okay, let me find the verse. And just to prove my point to anyone watching, verse 11, why die I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Let's go to verse 13. For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept, and had I been at rest, with kings and with counselors of the earth, which build desolate places for themselves, or if princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as in hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw the light. There the wicked cease from troubling. There the weary are at rest. Spiritual knockout. And look, brother, I'm not hating on you because I know I truly think you're sincere. But brother, look right there. You literally got cut 6 ways to Sunday. You said the wicked are burning in hell right now. This is a man who wished he was dead, who's saying if he would have died, he would have rested with all these people. Let's read that verse again. It's verse 17. There the wicked, they cease from troubling, and there the weary are at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and the great are there. The servant is free from his master. Therefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul, which long for death, but it comes not, and dig for it more than hidden treasures, which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find a grave. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, in whom Yahweh hedged in? For my sight cometh before I eat, and my loins are put out like the waters. Yeah, pretty much that was the main point of what I read there. Okay, now another giveaway that's outside of the scriptures is whenever a person dies, whether they're a felon or they just an average citizen, when they are put 6 feet under, right, on their tombstone, they write the phrase RIP. What does RIP stand for? The term stands for rest in peace. Now, why are they putting this above, say, for example, Adolf Hitler's tomb? Okay, a serial killer. Okay, they put it above their tomb. Okay, rest in peace. And they got that from the scriptures because indeed they are resting in peace, both the good and the wicked. But anyway, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this video. So that being said, I'll see you in just a few.